Hi everybody, my name is Jim and welcome back to another episode of The Lake Effect Gardener. So, if you are an American, this weekend is Columbus Day weekend, and so that means we get a long weekend, which is lovely because I don't know what it's like in your neck of the woods, but here summer has has come back in full force. It's about 80 degrees today. I am wearing shorts again. I didn't think I'd be wearing them again. I'm not complaining. I'm actually loving it very much, and it seems as though the summer weather is going to be sticking around for the near future. So that's great because there's so much that I need to get done out here, and I'm hoping that, some nice summer temperatures and lots of sunshine will keep me motivated. Also, if you are one of my viewers from Canada, I would like to say happy Thanksgiving to you this Monday. I hope you're going to be able to spend it with friends and family. So today's episode is going to be back in the tunnel, and as I had mentioned in my previous video, or maybe 2 videos ago, I'm going to be thinking very tunnel-centric. I've got tunnel vision, and that's because I need to get things ready to go to keep the tunnel moving through the winter months. If you are new to this channel, the whole point of the name Lake Effect Gardener has to do with the fact that where I am situated in Buffalo, New York, we are usually dealt this time of year, and then, through the winter time, lake effect weather events, meaning, and I'm just going to explain it one more time. It's usually, especially this time of year, when cold air masses come down through Canada, goes over Lake Erie, and then it will produce these organized storms. If it's warm enough outside, it will come down as rain, but if it's cold outside, it will come down as snow. And that's the one thing that I'm really quite concerned about when it comes to the tunnel, is making sure that it can withstand the snow, the weight and the volume of snow that we get here. I'm hearing through the grapevine, well, not through the grapevine, I'm reading it here and there, and I never know how to take it because it's always one of those things that, everything is blown out of proportion in the way of what the weather's going to be like this winter, and then we don't end up getting anything. But I'm hearing that we're supposed to have a humdinger of a winter this year. Lots of snow, cold, very typical Buffalo winter. So it's really important that I take a moment now while the weather is nice to get my tunnel prepared for this type of weather. Now, I don't have the most, how can I put this? I don't have the most strong, secure, fortified tunnel in the whole wide world. It is aluminum, and it is slightly on the flimsy side. So if you had watched any of my videos on building my polytunnel, you know that I used to have one before this one, and that a windstorm just completely destroyed the first one. So it never actually really had a chance to experience a snowfall. So I made the decision to fortify it this year with all sorts of lumber and things like that, and in the hopes that both wind and snow will not, be the demise of this tunnel. So I'm going to finish that job today. Okay, I'm just going to be putting up some bracing. I'm not so concerned about the wind. Ooh, I shouldn't say that, knock on wood. I'm not as concerned about the wind taking the tunnel and throwing it across the yard like it did last time, because I do have it mounted on some very, very heavy timbers, which I have affixed into the ground. However, the actual tunnel itself is not terribly secured. Okay, I don't think that it's going to be able to accept the weight of snow the way it is. So today I'm going to be putting up some bracing. Super simple, super easy. It's not going to take me forever, I hope. But I did run to the store, the big box store, and I grabbed some lumber, and it was actually relatively cheap. So I just got some wood. It cost me about 16 bucks. And I'm going to just do some things to make sure that my poor tunnel doesn't collapse this winter. So without further ado, let us head over to the tunnel, and I'm going to just show you quickly what that's going to look like. Hopefully it'll all work out. I really am kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. I didn't put a ton of thought into it. I just kind of walked in a couple days ago and took a look around. So let's go. Let's see how this works. Okay, here we are in the tunnel, and what I have next to me are 6 pieces of just plain old run-of-the-mill pine, okay? Nothing too crazy. The size was kind of weird. It's a 2 by 3 by 8, so it's 2 inches by 3 inches by 8 feet. So I think because it was an odd size, that's why it was cheaper. But the idea, I've got 6 of these. The idea is for me to brace these major sections right here where I've got these cross beams that are circling around. I feel like those would be the parts that would be most likely to perhaps capsize in the middle of a lake effect storm event. So I want to brace along here using the wood, going from this top ridge pole that I put in, okay, from the ridge pole all the way down to the foundation, the wooden foundation. Now, I have no idea if these are going to fit or not, so I'm just going to give them a quick dry run and see how it goes. Fingers crossed for me. All right, let's see. Maybe I'll start at the top. Okay. Let's see. Oh, well, I'll be... Oh, I don't have to do any cutting. They fit perfectly. I'm not doing anything that's going to be terribly permanent, because I'm not going to want these to be up during the growing season. I'm going to want to take them down. This is merely a temporary measure for me to make sure that my tunnel survives a possible snowstorm. I'm going to see if the other side is going to work along with this. But it's already looking very promising. That's it. Golden. Now, I just got some screws, so I'm going to put some short screws up here to affix these braces onto the very top ridge pole, okay? And it's really quite rigid. And then I've got some lower screws, and I'm going to do the bottom parts as well. So I'm going to bring it in a little closer so you can see what that looks like. Let's see here. I think I'm going to go a little bit lower. I got some extra long screws for this. Oops. And these are self-driving. Come on now. There's one. Okay. Whew. It ain't pretty, but I'm not going for looks. It's stuck, it's not moving, that's all I really care about. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down and show you what I'm gonna do on the lower end. All right, one screw will do it. I'm not going to do any more than this. It's pretty secured. That's all I want. I want to make sure that it's staying in place and it's super tight, and it really, really is. So I'm going to grab the other side and do the thing. Screw it in. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and get all the bracing up, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. All right. Well, I'm not going to be winning any prizes for the prettiest tunnel. I'm not going to tell you that right now. It ain't pretty, but it's going to do the trick. I have a really, really good feeling of it. So everything is pretty well braced. I have to say that even putting in these braces, I really had to kind of hoist the middle of the tunnel up quite a bit. So it's really, really quite sturdy. It's kind of cathedral-like in its own strange way. So that's that. That was an easy job. It only cost me 16 bucks. That's pretty nice. It was a total stroke of luck that I just happened to get the right length of boards for this. So I'm pleased about that. I'm going to come through most likely in the next couple of weeks and tighten the top of the tunnel. I'm going to take the cleating off the sides and pull it as tight as I possibly can, just to make sure that the top is as tight as a drum, so that when the snow falls, it will fall right off. My tomatoes are still going strong. I don't want to give you too much of a tour because, oh my goodness, there's so much to do in here, and that's what I'm going to be spending my weekend most likely doing, my free time. I've got all of those seedlings that I still have not put into the ground. They're all waiting patiently to get in. I did throw in my cucumbers, which, okay. I mean, they look a little sad, but look what we got here. A cucumber. So hey, you know what? Cucumbers in October. Why not? Cucumbers, tomatoes in October. I smell a Greek salad. Tasty, tasty. All right, guys, let's go back into the shed, have a little chat. Can you see how shiny I am right now? Even in that short amount of time that I did that work in the tunnel, I got really, really warm. I'm actually quite sweaty right now. It's nuts. Like I haven't really decorated for fall because it just doesn't feel like it. And we have like another week and a half, supposedly, of this weather. Very strange. It's so funny how sometimes it can be snowing this time of year, and sometimes, you know, I'm ready to hop in the convertible and take another run to the beach. But we roll with the punches. And again, I'm glad of it because I have a lot to do out here and lots to take care of, and I need to get that tunnel going. And I'm really hoping I'm going to plant some more seeds in there, some more lettuce, some more salad crops, because I feel like this warmth that we're having outside and the warmth inside the tunnel is really going to pop those seeds sooner, and then they can start their slow grow through the winter season. So, ooh, so much to think about and so exciting. So I hope you're enjoying some summer-like weather wherever you are. I'm really surprised. I'll take it though. I felt like there was something else I had to tell you. I don't remember. I do want to thank Jane Kelly though for her polytunnel video, because it really, you know, my brain is like jello right now. It really is. Between school and everything else, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. So thank you, Jane, for that lovely suggestion about working in the tunnel, because that got my brain jogging. And I'm not sure what I'm going to be bringing you for the next video. Not quite sure. But it will be next Saturday. I'm definitely going to be taking this weekend off. I will not be filming a Make Do Monday. So, All right, I guess that's it for me, guys. Easy peasy, simple. So if you guys have polytunnels and you're not sure if it's going to be able to weather the storms where you are, it might be a good time to spend just a little bit of money, or you don't even have to if you can find the lumber somewhere else, and get those polytunnels nice and secure for the winter weather to come, because you just don't know what it's going to be like. You just don't know. It's better to be prepared than to not be. Words of advice. All right, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you want to see my polytunnel escapades, I have a number of videos saved in my library about the first 2 tunnels, the first one being here and gone, and then the second one, so you can kind of see what the journey that I've spent with these tunnels. And I will be pleased as punch if this one can make it through the winter. It'll be really nice to actually have a tunnel for more than 6 months. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you all really, really soon. Yes. So long.